is up, YouTubers? This is your boy Scartoon, and I'm here today to bring another Bleach Brave Souls video. I'm going to be doing the 6-star 100% character analysis on none other than Fullbring Ichigo. And yep, I'm going to be doing another version of Ichigo. I hear this guy is a goodie, Dangai 2.0 if you will, but without further ado, let's get into this bad boy. Alright, so looking at his stats, he has pretty beautiful stats to boot. Alright, his stamina starts off at 792, it's 8 points shy of 800, but it is a very standout attribute on him because, you know, high stamina means good survivability in PvP and good magnification for PvP. Attack, 543. This is a high-end attack since I heard this character is somewhat of an SP user and a strong attack damage link to boot. Defense, 304. This is one of the higher end defenses. It's actually higher up there on the roster because you don't see characters surpassing that 270 mark, but this guy is just blazing right through it. Focus, 270. Now 245 is usually the normal average focus on a character when it's a tribute we don't really care about, but this is actually on the higher side. So again, another marvelous stat. And finally, SP is 659, which is the standout attribute on this character. I mean, this is the upper echelon of SP users here, and this guy just fits the bill. And once again, he is a strong attack damage link to boot. He is a slasher type, so, you know, that always kind of helps to know. Next, we're going to look at his soul tree. And looking at his soul tree, he has 6 attainable upgrades. They do unfortunately have a node that blocks his path to a completion of 150, so you gotta work hard and grind hard. So let's get through these. First, we have Sprinter. That just increases his flash steps, obviously. Next, we have Weaken Attack. This adds an attack debuff ability to his special move, which is going to weaken the boss's attack, allowing you to get closer, probably conduct NAD, but he's an SP user, so defense would have been better. Next, Bruiser increases normal attack damage. So usually SP users normally have the issue of really weak attack, so I'm guessing he has a better string than most, hoping. Alright, next on the list, Frenzy increases strong attack hits. There we go. We have this insane amount of SP and then a Frenzy on top of it. Just 100% increase on your strong attack damage. Next we have Devastation, the lower end of special augmentation in terms of damage. Had it been Bombardment, it would have been double damage, but it's Devastation, so it's just probably like 40% or something. And finally, we have Long Reach. This increases his normal attack area of effect, and that's really good to note because when you have slasher types, you do want to have good wide range. But this character is looking very, very promising when it gets down to it. Hopefully this guy is not going to disappoint, but let's just get into these clips. I hope you enjoy. We'll be taking down Rukia's raid, full boosterinos. You know how we do. Let's get it popping, guys. Running a sad build. Okay, so strong attack number 1 cools down at 8 seconds and it hits 6 times, doing very, very high damage, even capable of knocking out entry-level mobs. Strong attack number 2 cools down at 16 seconds, can knock out mid-tier mobs with ease, and it also does 8 hits. And the final strong attack number 3, cools down at 24 seconds and hits 6 times, and capable of knocking out higher up mobs, you know, top tier mobs. That's insane. So let's get into this. Now, wow, that third strong attack just does immeasurable damage, even capable of knocking out top tier mobs, or mid tier mobs as I like to call them. Top tier is boss, you know. But wow, this character is just doing measurable amounts of damage, and his NAD string is so clean and fluid that even when you're biting for your cooldowns, you still have like really good kind of swipes going on with this character. He doesn't do a lot of damage on his NAD, but you gotta give him props where props is due. It's just such a smooth string, and at the same time, when you're doing nuke damage like this, there really is no point in, you know, going against the grain. A sad build is the top build to use. I mean, just wiping out mobs. Sad. Alright, so it's time to test out Ichigo's special. No Tenchintai, of course. This is the full screen Itsuga Tencho, I believe. Yeah. Wow. does pretty decent damage, and it nerfs her damage, which is pretty interesting to say the least. Running a SAR build. Well, alright. So, since we're running a SAR build, let's test out those cooldowns. We have our first strong attack, 6 seconds. Second strong attack, 11 seconds. And final strong attack, 16 seconds. That's fairly standard cooldown times for a SAR build. Alright, so since we got that little business out of the way, let's find out exactly how much damage he's doing with a SAR build, or how much damage debuff he goes down in. It's not that much, because he's still leaving them with a lot of battle scars, especially since, you know, it's killer and, you know, attribute advantage. But this guy is just, he's annihilating mobs. It's just, this is crazy. With even a SAR build, he still has the potential of just one-shotting mobs almost, with very little effort from strong attack to strong attack. The only difference is, you know, his cooldowns are very, very, very quick, which allows me to do a lot more strong attacks and allows me to link up a lot more combination moves. Wow, the SAR build is definitely a build to be desired by this character. SAR. Running a NAD build. Well, alright, so first things first, since we're running a NAD build, let's test out his string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has a 6-hit attack string. It is a 4-phase string, but it actually hits 6 times. So it's kind of annoying because it has 2 phases where it actually has a multi-hit in it. But his string is actually so fluid that I don't even really mind the whole thing. You see, like, he has such a fluid string, it's like at any point in his phase you could just break it off and literally do a strong attack. And the strong attacks, what's really good about them is, even if you're using a chap-each strong attack build or any type of chap-each strong attack damage, it's still going to knock the mobs out in place. So they don't go too far off from where you originally hit them or their marker. They're just really just kind of falling face flat, and that allows you to open up the realms of new combinations for NAD. As you can see, like, effortlessly, I'm just going around these mobs, dashing. In every phase of his normal attack string, you could actually just break out of it and just go right into a strong attack. I don't even feel like I'm, you know, compelled to have to knock the mobs out and keep them down, because in every phase of his strong attacks, he's just doing immeasurable damage, and even his normal attacks are just so smooth. Yeah, NAD build for the win. Well, there you have it. That's my 6-star 100% character analysis on Fullbring Ichigo. In the end, you find out that this character works particularly well with a SAD build, as it gets the top score. A SAR build comes in at a close second, and a NAD build is still a viable build, but it does get the final score. And the breakdown for this is fairly simple. When it comes down to a SAD build, it's just a no-brainer with this character. He obviously has Frenzy and high SP, which just gives him this immeasurable damage when it comes down to his strong attacks. It's just crazy. When you go this route, this guy, he just pops so much, especially in a co-op. It's point, click, shoot, and just so much damage being shot out. It's crazy. You know, even on entry-level mobs, without his killers and, you know, attribute advantage being utilized, he still can one-shot entry-level mobs as well as mid-tier mobs, and that's something to be said. When it comes down to a SAR build, it's a very comfortable playstyle. It allows you to incorporate the NAD just a little bit more, and he does have that smooth and fluid attack string, which I'll get to in the NAD build. But he just has like so much dimension to the character, you know, especially when using him this way in co-op, because of the fact that, you know, he has these really wide AoE character space in front of him attacks that, you know, they're just wide range. They're designed to aim at a mob, and then he has this smooth string to just complement it when you knock mobs down. Not to mention, he also knocks mobs down in a uniform fashion, so they fall straight down. They don't really fall back or have you chasing them because you knocked them out too far, which is a plus for this character. And once again, with this particular build, he has the ability to knock out entry-level mobs with a single strong attack, which says a lot about his attack prowess. And when it comes down to a NAD build, once again, his string is so fluid and smooth, it just feels like he's a really comfortable NAD character, very reminiscent of Dangai, you know, with his whole string and everything like that. He does have an extra hit in his string after the fact, so he has 2 hits in the beginning, then 2 single hits, and then 2 hits at the end. So he has a 6-hit string in under a 4-hit phase, which kind of can be annoying for most characters, but I don't even notice it with him because I can just completely interrupt any point in his string and kind of flash step out or just interrupt it with a strong attack. It has really good cohesion between the normals and the strongs. You know, if you're gonna go this route, I'd advise that you don't use a Chappie, but unfortunately a Chappie is the highest maximum attack I can achieve with this character on this account. So that's why I'd have to, you know, I went Chappied up. But even Chappied up, it is noticeable that his strong attack damage just does immeasurable damage once again. It actually does have the ability to assist you in killing mobs with his NAD. So I actually don't find anything wrong with this character except that he's green. I wish he was like purple or something, because then he can be used any and everywhere and he wouldn't have this damage debuff against red characters. But this character is just a fantastic character all around. He's even very dangerous to have around in PvP, as he can also, you know, presumably one-shot kind of Kennys and stuff like that. Now it doesn't mean he will one-shot them. When I say that, it's kind of like, you know, it takes 2 strong attacks to kind of kill, but he just does so much damage in wide AoE. He can almost catch the whole team almost every single time with, you know, taking off half their bar if you play him right. Suggested builds would be like, you know, stamina and damage reduction for these SP characters in a PvP arena. This character is just a fantastic character all around. I like him for every facet of the game, so that's a plus. He kind of is like Dangai 2.0, and he's green. So if you have him in your roster and you haven't leveled him up already, he gets an A+. So please level this guy up. You know, he's just a great character to have and very fun. You know, this is an Ichigo that gets that Ichigo stamp of approval. He should be the most powerful in the game. He's the main character, guys. But that's just my analysis. You're more than welcome to make up your own opinions on this matter, because that's what this is about, guys. But either way, that's my video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'll be bringing you more Bleach Brave Souls content throughout the week or month. Let me know if you like this content, guys. It's, you know, I changed it up a little bit. I did include the attribute advantages and a little bit of my neutral damage, as I like to. But if you guys like this style and everything, just let me know and I'll try to continue to do this. I want to start doing more videos and more different segments and topics, so I'm just going to be playing around with a little bit of editing. Alright, and I'm going to take this YouTube thing a little bit farther than I did. So hopefully you guys are still on board and you guys want to watch. But until the next video, guys, I'm your boy Scartoon, and I'm signing out of here. Dude, chill. Productions.